Steve had been away for several days, leaving me on full-time duty with my 5, 4, and 3-year-olds. One child working through attachment issues, all three with preschool attention spans and emotional capacities. Each morning I rose bravely, speaking out Bible verses and every affirmation I could muster. Each night I crawled under the covers, fatigue in my bones, trying to banish the thought that another rinse and repeat day would soon approach. Usually I have to gear up to expose my vulnerabilities, even with a trusted friend. But on the day in question, I reached a sinking moment that busted through all my reserve. In desperation, I called Rebecca and uttered my crazed plea for help. I don't even know what I hoped for. She had 2 littles of her own, and though I dreamed of a miracle, I knew she couldn't come to my rescue. "Let me call you back in just a minute," she said. I hung up and wiped the snot off my face. When the phone rang, I answered only to hear unexpected mercy delivered via Rebecca's voice on the line. "I'm coming over to spend the day," she said. "Jeff will stay here with our kids." More than 10 years later, the memory still brings tears to my eyes. You know how Christians are supposed to be Jesus' hands in the world? In that moment, I felt the Savior wrapping his arms around me. As soon as Rebecca stepped through the front door, my load lightened. A new person in the house distracted the kids, and with a friend by my side, I could laugh at their silliness instead of crying. We completed the same activities I would have done if I had been alone. Made the meals, went to the library, emerging with a tower of picture books, played outside, and even drove through Starbucks for 2 grande frappuccinos. This was before the kids had ever tasted one, so we actually got away with that. Later, while the children watched a video, we chatted about the highs and lows of parenting. I gushed out my gratitude again and again. I remember thinking that the help I received would not have come, though, if I hadn't been willing to invite someone into my weakness. I had no way of knowing, however, that God planned to use that day in Rebecca's life as well. Bonded Through Books, the Introverted Mom's Shortcut to Friendship. Several years passed. Rebecca's family moved to another state. We moved to a different city. Then right before my book, Give Your Child the World, Raising Globally Minded Kids One Book at a Time, released, I got a note from her that floored me. "The day you asked if I could come help you was such a gift. We took your kids to the library. I had never connected with reading as a child and had never even thought of going to a library with my children. Being there with you opened up a new world. I don't mean to be dramatic, but it's a gift I would not have received if you hadn't been vulnerable. My oldest will read in bed for hours, and his reading scores are off the charts. It's a natural love and gifting that would not have been fostered at home if his mom's friend had not shown her the joy of reading with children. I began to love it too. The Chronicles of Narnia are by far my favorite, but there have been so many good ones. Thank you for inviting me into your difficult day." To know that God used my brokenness to bring 2 of my favorite things, friends and books, together takes my breath away. He really does redeem our hard places, and every once in a while we get a glimpse of the redemption process in real time. As introverted women, we often find ourselves drawn to deep ideas and thoughts, which means we often find ourselves drawn to books. Can you remember the first title you ever got sucked into, either as a child or an adult? Maybe something a teacher read aloud. Maybe a book you stumbled upon in a library. Maybe one a friend recommended. My love of reading stemmed from my love of television. Yes, really. A child of the 80s through and through, I might never have become a lifelong reader if it wasn't for PBS shows like Reading Rainbow.